Hello again and welcome back to your live English language lessons. And in this lesson, we're going to learn something about questions. Remember how we said that English questions are difficult because of all those auxiliaries? Well, in this lesson, we're going to learn something which is especially typical of the English language. They're called question tags. Now, let me give you an example of a question tag. She's unhappy, isn't she? Let's look at that. So, she's unhappy, isn't she? Strange, hey? She's unhappy, isn't she? Now, it's not really a question asking you for information. It's more a question asking for confirmation, whether you agree. And usually the people agree. So, she's unhappy, isn't she? Yes, she is. Look at the construction. She's unhappy is in the positive form. And then we have the tag. It's called the question tag after, in the verb to be, but in the negative question form. She's unhappy, isn't she? This is very common in English and not common in other languages because other languages usually use no. For example, she's unhappy. No, we repeat the verb. And because it's complicated now, let's go to the screen and see some more examples of that, okay? So, she's upset is like she's unhappy. She's upset, isn't she? You're a student, the verb to be, you're a student. You take the verb to be, are, and you turn it into a negative question. So we say, you're a student, aren't you? All right. Next one, he's Brazilian, isn't he? Do you see the mechanism now? It's raining, isn't it? Again, I'm not asking for information, I'm asking for confirmation. They're watching television. They are watching, aren't they? They're watching television, aren't they? And you notice that my voice actually goes down at the end, so it's not like a real question where your voice goes up. We're learning, aren't we? You live in Italy now. Look at this example here. You live is the present tense. So we need the auxiliary of the present tense of live, which is not the verb to be. So look how that works. You live in Italy, don't you? Negative don't. Auxiliary is do in the negative don't you. Interesting, eh? You live in Italy, don't you? If we change that into the third person, it becomes she likes English. What's the auxiliary? Exactly, does. In the negative, doesn't she? So she likes English, doesn't she? And the last example, they work at home, don't they? They work at home, don't they? All right, so it's not easy. You have to keep in mind the auxiliaries all the time. What happens if we begin with a negative sentence? For example, you aren't American. Well, then we use a positive tag. So, you aren't American, are you? Okay, aren't, are. She isn't a teacher. Is she? Negative, positive. He isn't watching TV, is he? They aren't playing today, are they? Let's change to the present tense. You don't play tennis, do you? We use the auxiliary do you? Question form. It doesn't work, does it? Third person. She doesn't like him, does she? And they don't come often, do they? Now, you're probably thinking, God, that's really difficult. And it's not easy. It takes a lot of practice. But when you know your auxiliaries well, it becomes easier and easier. Okay, so don't worry, slowly but surely, as we say. Now let's turn to That's Life, and our friends are having a party. Let's go and join them. Bye.